What's up, guys? It's Keith.
And Chris from Purple Tiki Hermits. And sitting with us today is Laurie Decker of Tiny Claws Hermit Crab Rescue and the Tiny Claws Hermit Crab Rescue Network. So we're going to get started talking to Laurie about the different aspects of hermit crabs and rescuing and so forth. Would you like to start?
Yeah, I would. So, how did you first get into hermit crabs?
On accident. I took in a rescue at a new job that I had, and I learned real quick about hermit crabs. I did my research, and I'm still learning, but that's how I got into it. Mr. Crabs needed a home, and he needed the proper care, so I provided that, and I still have him.
So how long ago was that?
That was 3 years ago, and he was about 3 years old at the time, so it's been a 3-year journey for me.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, what I just heard. So you accidentally adopted a hermit crab 3 years ago, and you've since started a rescue, gotten yourself more personal crabs, and here we are.
Yes, exactly.
She's as crazy as I am.
I think maybe a little less crazy than you.
Okay, maybe. How does one get from the first crab to a rescue so quickly?
Well, I saw a need where people are always like, "Oh, can someone take my hermit crab?" And I got to the point where I had too many, and I'm like, "This is crazy. There's so many out there that need need new homes," and I just decided to fill that and hopefully hope that I would find homes for them.
Sir, question?
Not yet. They're coming to me as we go. Proof it's unscripted.
So now I know you're in the process of putting together yet another tank.
Two tanks, actually.
Oh, two more tanks for the foster and adopt program that you're running out of your home.
Yes.
So explain to people a little bit, if you could, how it works, because I don't think that people understand that this is very homegrown, very unfinanced, other than out of pocket and so forth.
Yes. Well, it takes a lot to feed them, to get all the substrate. I look for free or inexpensive tanks. I have I've had people that have been nice enough to donate recently, which is like yourself, you donated, which makes it really nice because it's very unfinanced. I just recently started taking a $10 adoption fee because it costs money. It costs money for the electricity, it costs money for transport, it costs money to feed them, to house them, all that stuff, the electricity. So yeah.
Nothing yet?
Still nothing yet.
Okay, I'll keep going. I just wanted
like before you spin in Wheel of Fate.
I just want to make sure.
Random reference.
All right. So, well, and now that you've mentioned, a little bit about my involvement in donating to you and kind of transitioning to where we kind of met and partnered up to do the Tiny Claws Hermit Crab Rescue Network, which needs an acronym so desperately. But
yes.
So what has that done? Meant to you, done for you, whatever the case may be. How is the network?
Well, since we started the network, it's been amazing. The amount of people that have reached out to either surrender a crab or to adopt a crab. I actually need more crabs because I'm running low on my supply because it's been amazing. And you've done so much for me because I would never have thought of like an adoption form and that kind of stuff. I've never done this before. I've always wanted to, and it's been very successful just since December.
Yeah, I've never done it either, but like, it's so crazy to think a week ago you were telling me that you were at capacity.
Yes, I know. That's what it blows my mind, that at capacity, and then all of a sudden I'm like, anyone looking to rehome?
Right. Now, since the start of the network, we've done a few things together where we've got a partner program that we just launched. with different brands of products, food, enrichment, and so forth. And there'll be interviews with some of those people coming up as well. As you mentioned, the different forms to kind of help us keep track of what's going on, because it's different at this
Yes.
point. What has it eased anything for you to be working in that kind of partnership network with not only myself, but I mean, we have others that we'll leave, for people to find on the Facebook page, who we've partnered with. Has it made stuff kind of different, easier for you, or in any way?
Yes, I love the little network of people that we have that, hey, can you foster? Hey, can you pick up these hermit crabs? Hey, I need worm castings. Like it's been amazing, and I appreciate you so much because you're great at helping me on the other side. That like I said, I'd never done this before, and it's all about the love of the hermit crabs. Like I just want to provide a new home for them,
Right.
and educate people. I love questions. Give me questions. And if I don't know the answer, I'll reach out to my support system and find the answer for you.
Well, and I appreciate the glowing review, but honestly, I get to do the easy part. You're the one that has to get to know a crab, get to love a crab, and then let it go.
That's the hard part. I miss all the ones that I've let go, but like I know that they've gone to good homes. So that makes me sleep well at night.
And you get reports back from some of these adoptive parents too.
I about 90%. I get messages and I get videos and photos, and I love that. So I hope people continue to do that. Like I'm building little bonds with people, and I
Right.
love to see my hermit crabs happy in their new home.
Exactly. Now you had a question, sir?
Yeah. How long do you plan on helping people with this type of stuff?
As long as I can do it. So we'll say 10 years, maybe more. I don't know. Like I don't see getting rid of hermit crabs anytime soon. So maybe I'll pass the torch off to somebody else at some point. But like let's go for a 10 year. 10 years would be amazing.
Well, that's my plan, passing it off. So yeah, he's got so many hobbies he doesn't know about yet.
What? Wait, what?
Um, what would you say to prospective adopters that might be newer to hermit crabs? What would be some advice? Like, if I came to you with an application, hey Laurie, I got this couple that want to adopt two hermit crabs. They've never had crabs before. What's a conversation you're having with them?
Well, I want to see their setup, and if they don't have one, I'll walk them through it. I want to help you with any questions that they may have, and also with you, I would also tell them to go see Purple Tiki because you guys can provide more information that I don't might not have or don't have the time to do. Every weekend has been busy with crabs for me since December. Honestly, I think I've had one weekend where I didn't have crab duties.
Right,
Only one?
right.
Yeah, it's crazy. My family's like, can we have a weekend without crabs?
No. No crabs over other stuff, except for family.
Well, see,
Obviously.
he's kind of learning the entirety of hermit crab keeping because, we're sitting in his room in front of his tank right now,
And we always
with that
do now.
obnoxious light behind us that, just because of the camera angle, is so fierce. But
And it's just bad quality as well. The camera.
he's kind of learning that where it is a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of information, and you'll hear from the pet stores and so forth how these are easy beginner pets. And you and I have talked about it, Keith and I have talked about it. It's not that they're difficult, it's everything between day one and, oh, this is how it works. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yes. It's one of those things where there's so much bad information out there, like especially from the pet stores, and there's owners that don't realize they listen to the pet store. So I'm happy to help. You're happy to help, I'm sure, with any of that kind of stuff. And nobody is ever going to get shamed from me.
No.
I just want to help you. So no question is a dumb question, just ask, and I'll do my best to help you. With the resources out there, there's so many people that have bad information, and I feel bad because they don't want to be bad pet owner. Most of them don't want to be bad pet owner.
Right. Say
So
that 3 times fast, right?
Most of
yeah,
them don't want to be a pet.
Right. Exactly.
Most of them don't want to be a
And
bad
that's
pet owner.
I didn't mean it literally.
Oh, okay.
All right. Good. And that's the tough part is some of the information that these people get from pet stores. Obviously, I've looked into both the big chain stores, Smart and Co. I don't want to say their names fully because I don't want to get a lawsuit from a private video.
Nope.
And their care sheets are wrong. The way they keep them is questionable at best, and so forth. And so that it's hard for a new person to go there, get that information, and then find out it's completely wrong, and they have to kind of almost essentially start over.
Start over. That's what they have to do. It's I feel bad, but I was there too. Like I started from like a bad habitat that I had to rebuild and figure out what I was doing, and it took me months, maybe 6 months to figure most of it out.
Right.
And I scoured on every Facebook group. I asked questions. I read other people's, and then I talked to people. But honestly, before I started actually a little before this, but like last summer was the first time I started talking to crab enthusiasts. Before that, it was just strangers and the internet because there
Yeah.
isn't a lot of info. And that's something that I hope that maybe along this line of our partnership, we can help fix some of that. I don't know how to fix the pet stores, but all of us know that the information they give is wrong between the habitats and people selling those wire cages on Facebook Market.
Yes. Yep.
They throw them away.
Well, and again, we could get into this on a whole nother video and talk about this topic, but there is legislature that people are trying to push along that would stop the sale in the the pet stores.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna edit that out, I hope.
Ooh, I started through pet stores there for a minute.
Yeah, maybe you should edit that out.
And what that would do is essentially the warehouses would sell out, and that would be all they had. And then you'd go to breeders and adoption and so forth. When that passes, who knows? Because obviously, we're still in an era where people consider them a throwaway pet. It's $7 and 6 months later. And that's tough for us as well as advocates for them, to see somebody be convinced that that's how it works with a pet that could be with you for 40 years.
Yes. And between the habitat, the food, yeah, we could talk about this forever. There's so many things that people need to learn and unlearn, and it takes a while, and I get that. But be willing to learn if you're going to come to me, because I had an incident recently that the person did not listen to what I had to say. Like it went in one ear and out the other, and that hurts me. Hurts me very deeply that I thought I was doing the right thing. So.
Well, and we can only do so much with the interactions that we're able to have with adoptive parents and so forth. It is up to the pet owner to do their due diligence. And we'd like them to do it beforehand, ideally have the most wonderful setup to put the crabs in when they finally adopt them. But as you and I have made our mistakes along the way, like everyone else, we know that's not typically the case, and we are all playing catch up from the beginning. And that it's a matter of that person or those people wanting to do the right thing.
Exactly.
And so I'll say this to you as I have before, you cannot blame yourself.
Yeah. It's just hard,
It is, and since then you and I have talked about our vetting process as far as going, making sure we have enough information about the adopters to be confident in adoption.
Yeah.
And so, again, we're still making mistakes, right? It's unfortunate to say that, but it's the reality, and we're learning, and we're trying to do everything we can to do the best by the crabs.
Exactly.
And ultimately, that's what it's about.
Well, just a funny thing. Yesterday, when I picked up 3 crabs from someone, I was driving home. My husband was driving, and I looked in the bag to see what there wasn't a cover on the containers, and one of them climbed up out of the sand and climbed up my jacket, and I had a nice little conversation before I put them back down into the
Right.
sand. I was staring into their little eyes, and we were chatting, and I'm like, we're gonna be best friends. I just know it.
Right, right. Well, and that's the toughest part is people just don't, know enough, and you almost can't blame them until they've heard it from a few different sources and then still don't want to do it right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because we didn't know,
Nope.
and
So
and that's the toughest thing in that world of hermit crabs is there's so much poor information. There's so many resources online, but so few are giving good information.
yes.
We can't trust AI.
No.
So there's a lot of problems with that, and I think that's one of the things that the network tries to alleviate for people. Is it not?
Yes, I agree.
Keith,
Hmm?
any final thoughts and/or questions?
No,
No.
no, an empty brain right
Empty
now.
brain right now. It's a little later in the evening.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, well,
tired.
it's past Laurie's bedtime already. So, Laurie, anything else you'd like to add so that people might want to know, may want to know, you want them to know?
Reach out if you have any questions about hermit crabs. Reach out if you're looking. If you need to surrender, reach out. I'm here.
Exactly.
20.
Exactly. Right. I know you have amazed me in getting to know you as much as how much you put into your 2 days a week you're able to do this.
Yes.
It's 7 days a week you're working on it, and 2 days a week you're putting the work in. It's crazy.
It is, but I love every minute of it, and I love meeting all these wonderful people on the adoption side and the side, like the people that surrender. I've had people reach out that they missed their crabs, but for one reason or another, they had to,
Yeah.
surrender. And I'm here for you.
Well, and that's one of the things I think we should mention before we end the interview is that it is no judgment. We're not worried about where you have them, what you're doing, whatever. We're going to do what we need to do to bring them up to speed. And there's no judgment, there's no shaming when it comes to the rescue side of things and picking up surrenders.
No, no,
And I'm
no,
sure
no,
you've seen some, but we just don't have to talk about it.
no. And I do this because I love the crabs and I just want to help them. So
I
makes me
mean,
happy.
guys that are watching this, I mean, you can't get more genuine than that. She literally does exactly that. Loves the crabs and wants to help. So, for all of you watching this interview, now you got a little more insight as to who the Tiny Claws Hermit Crab Rescuer is, and what she's about and why she does what she does. And I hope that helps some of you decide to work with her for your next adoption. Laurie, thank you so much for being here with us tonight, and I'll be in touch. I'm sure we'll be talking before tomorrow afternoon's over.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, until next time, Laurie, we appreciate you. For
Thank
now,
you.
I'm Keith,
and I'm Chris.
and we're
And that's Laurie Decker from Tiny Claws Hermit
Yep.
Crab Rescue. And we're all out.
Yep.